Have you ever stopped to think about the air you breathe, the water you drink, or the park you walk through on your lunch break? We often see the environment as just a backdrop to our lives, something separate from us. But what if I told you it's not a backdrop at all? What if it's the unseen force actively shaping who we are, how we think, and how we develop as a species? Today we're diving deep into the real, scientifically backed facts about how our environment is molding humanity for better or for worse. Let's start with the very core of who we are, our brains. Human development isn't just about growing taller or getting older. It's about our cognitive abilities, our social progress, and our overall well-being. And the environment is intricately woven into every single one of these threads. Think about brain development. Research has consistently shown that spending time in natural environments can supercharge our cognitive functions. It can boost our concentration, spark creativity, and even improve our memory. It's like nature is a free upgrade for our minds. But the flip side is equally powerful and far more concerning. Environmental pollution isn't just bad for our lungs. It's a direct threat to our brains. Studies have drawn a clear and disturbing line between high levels of air pollution and reduced cognitive abilities in children. These kids are at a higher risk for neurodevelopmental disorders, meaning the very air they breathe could be limiting their potential before they even have a chance to discover it. It's a silent crisis happening all around us. Then there's our physical health. This one might seem obvious, but the scale of the connection is staggering. Clean air, fresh water, and nutritious food are the absolute foundations of a healthy life. When our environment is polluted, it becomes a major risk factor for some of the biggest killers on the planet: respiratory diseases, heart problems, and even cancer. Consider this: in many parts of the world, simply having access to clean water and a proper toilet is one of the most significant predictors of whether a community will thrive or be plagued by disease. The state of our environment is literally a matter of life and death, but it doesn't stop at our physical bodies. Our mental and emotional well-being are also profoundly tied to the natural world. Have you ever felt that sense of calm wash over you during a walk in the woods or a day at the beach? That's not just your imagination. Exposure to green spaces has been scientifically proven to reduce stress, lift our moods, and even lower the risk of psychiatric disorders. When we lose these natural habitats, when biodiversity declines, it can create a deep psychological wound. It can lead to feelings of disconnection, anxiety, and isolation, what some are now calling eco-anxiety or zoostalgia, the distress caused by environmental change. We are part of nature, and when it suffers, we suffer too. This creates a dangerous, self-perpetuating cycle. Environmental degradation hinders our development, which in turn leads to more degradation. Look at climate change, a crisis driven by human activity. It's causing more extreme weather events, threatening our food supplies and helping diseases to spread. And who gets hit the hardest? The most vulnerable among us: the poor, the elderly, and communities in developing nations. This widens the gap of inequality, making it even harder for them to develop and escape poverty. The economic fallout is just as severe. When the environment is damaged, industries like agriculture and fishing lose productivity. We face enormous costs from healthcare for pollution-related illnesses and from rebuilding after climate-fueled disasters. All that money, all those resources, could have been invested in education, in better infrastructure, in creating a brighter future. Instead, we're stuck paying the price for our own destructive habits. So, where do we go from here? The connection is clear, the stakes are high, and burying our heads in the sand is not an option. We need to shift our entire perspective on development. It's not about choosing between a healthy economy and a healthy planet. A healthy planet is the very foundation of a healthy economy and a thriving society. It starts with all of us in our daily lives. Adopting sustainable practices is crucial. This means consciously reducing our waste, conserving water and energy, and thinking about the products we buy. It means supporting renewable energy sources, advocating for sustainable farming that works with nature, not against it, and fighting to protect our remaining wild spaces. But individual action, while vital, isn't enough. We need systemic change. Policymakers have a massive role to play. They need to create, and more importantly, enforce strong environmental regulations. They need to invest in green technologies and make sure that every single development policy is built on a foundation of environmental sustainability. This isn't a partisan issue, it's a human survival issue. And perhaps most importantly, we need education and awareness. We need to talk about this. We need to share these facts and make sure everyone, from young children to our community leaders, understands that protecting our environment isn't just about saving polar bears, it's about saving ourselves. Education empowers us to make better choices and demand action from those in power. The environment is not a passive stage for the human drama. It is an active, dynamic partner in our journey. It is the architect of our minds, the guardian of our health, and the foundation of our future. Understanding these real facts about the environment and human development leaves us with no other choice but to act. The future of humanity literally depends on the choices we make today. The time for change is now. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who needs to hear this message, and subscribe for more content that explores the critical connections shaping our world. Let's start the conversation in the comments below.